Well, good evening. Welcome back. My name is Maricel, author of Finding True Love Through Online Dating, a Christian Woman's Guide. I'm here in my little office. I'm my ring light is obviously being reflected on my painting. Or the painting on the wall. So, excuse the reflection. I got all these new gadgets, so I'm still experimenting with them. I have my microphone. I'm hoping that it's working. It doesn't feel like it is, but I think it's supposed to be working right now. So hopefully it's helping with the audio or the audio quality. But I'm trying. And then of course my lamp. So hopefully everything is gonna work out. As I promised, I'm gonna continue reading the first chapter. And if you don't have a copy of my book yet, grab a copy at marisolcolquitt.com so you can read with me. And basically, this book is about finding true love online. And I wrote this book because I myself waited for 40 years, basically all my life, before I found my amazing, wonderful, awesome husband. And of course, we met online. I never thought that I'll find somebody online, but I just thought that if nothing was happening offline, then it was time for me to try online dating. And by God's grace, God brought us together, and His everything that I've prayed for, and so much more. So that's my hope for you. This book is really meant for those in their late 30s, late 40s, or 50s. Women who have been waiting all their lives, basically, or men, Christian single men and women have been waiting. And maybe you want to try online dating, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you want to try online dating, but you don't know anybody who has done it. Or you're not sure if it's even worth trying, if it's even worth taking the risk. And all of your questions I answer in this book. So, again, if you're still on the fence about online dating, I believe this book holds the key. Okay, and I would really want you to find the perfect spouse. I'm not saying the spouse will be perfect or the person is gonna be perfect. Nobody's perfect, but the perfect spouse for you, the perfect partner in life for you. And because this TikTok video is only limited to 10 minutes, so I can only read as long as I can within that time frame. So I might as well get cracking. Okay. So I think we stopped at um, we're still on chapter one, of course. Deep inside, and if you want to check out the beginning of this chapter, please check out my previous video, 40 and Waiting. Deep inside, curiosity had gotten the best of me. I didn't know it then, but loneliness had crept in. The hours long public bus ride to Petra left me questioning what I was doing with my life. There I was, a 28-year-old, traveling solo through the rugged mountains of Jordan. I had purposefully preserved myself my entire life and refused to date casually. I started questioning whether all the waiting or preserving was even worth it. I had not even been kissed. Yes, at 28. I longed for my future boyfriend's embrace. I had not gone out on an official date either, as I wanted my first boyfriend to be my first date. Anyone else who has that mindset? And I'm proud of it. I'm not regretting it at all. Well, not one bit. Yes, I had admirers, I had pursuers. I also had male friends I hung out with, but I didn't see any of our get together as real dates. I wondered what it would be like to go out with somebody officially. Anybody out there can relate? The deeper I got into the heart of the Jordanian wilderness, the lonelier I got, and the stronger the urge to take the risk was. You know what I've been asking myself or asking God about? Lord, I wrote this book for those women who are in my shoes actually right now, and so far this book is not getting any traction. I've started um, approaching fellow influencers, and um, it's bit by bit. I'm very picky about the people that I partner with. So if you know anybody who might be the best influencer to help me get the word out about my book, because again, I was even asking my husband just a few days ago, baby, is there no other woman who can relate with me? Was I the only one who was feeling like I'll never get married? Because again, I said I waited for 30, 40 minutes, 40 years, not 40 minutes. I waited 40 years, and people were telling me, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me, but I just have such a high standard. And or they'd say, "Oh, you're so picky." I'm like, well, "What do you mean?" I mean, I thought I've already lowered my standard. Not, I mean, I had my non-negotiables, of course, but I was just like wondering, is there really no one else out there who felt the way I felt when I was waiting, when I turned 35? I was like, I'll never get married. I thought that was it. That was the end. Is there anybody else out there who feel like God may have forgotten you? God may have forsaken you. I know God will never leave us nor forsake us, but those feelings are valid. It's normal to feel those feelings. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. But again, I'm just praying that this book will reach the right audience, because again, I know even if I don't know them yet, they haven't reached out to me yet, I know that this book was written for an intended audience. There is an audience for this. So if you know somebody who's waiting and praying and begging God to send her husband, somebody who's been waiting and praying and begging God to send him his wife, please send them to me. Because I know that this book will bless them. I know that this book is anointed. I know that this book is going to help them find answers. Okay? Because I know I had a lot of questions. And in the same vein, my husband had a lot of questions. My husband was also wondering, God, how long will I keep saying no? Or how long will you keep saying no? Because he'd consider somebody, and then God will say no, she's not the right woman. I was the same thing. How many times do I have to reject a man or men before I would know deep in my heart that he's the right man for me? I'm so sorry. Um, we'll probably have to do it on another day, but I really I feel compelled to address this, because I know that there are people out there. I know a lot of women who are in their late 40s already, or in their 50s, and they don't even want to try online dating. But of course they're not my audience, because they're kind of like here. I don't know, they're not open. And the more you keep yourself closed, the more the impossibility of you finding somebody. Because God is looking for people who are willing to obey, who are willing to listen, who are willing to follow. Because again, online dating is just one avenue. I know there's a lot of dangers, but hey, many things that happen online don't even happen offline. Many more things happen offline that could not happen online. So, hello, if you just try it, well, who knows? You know, um, because again, both my husband and I only met because we were willing to obey. We were willing to take the risk. We were willing to take a chance. We were willing to trust God to guide us, to lead us, to direct our steps. So, again, if you know somebody who can benefit from this book, Finding True Love Through Online Dating, a Christian Woman's Guide. And you know what? You can finish this in 1, 2, 3 hours, depending on how fast of a reader you are. Okay? And again, I'm sorry. God bless you. You are anointed and loved and chosen.